Thinking of working on Cambly, but you're not too sure which resources to use? Well, I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of resources on Cambly. My name is Linda. My students call me Linda, or they call me Teacher Linda G. And I've been working on Cambly for 2.5 years now. Now, I have to admit that when I first started on Cambly, I didn't know about all the possible resources on there. So today, I'm going to show you some of the resources on Cambly, but I'm also going to show you 3 resources that are not on Cambly that are really, really good. Are you ready? Okay, first up, I'm going to show you is the library on Cambly. So I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, so let me just show you a few things on Cambly, and we'll come back to this exam preparation in just a few minutes. So once you become a tutor, you need to go to the library, which is right at the top here. The library, click on there, and you'll see a lot of different courses. Speaking games, fundamentals of English fluency, professional development, and courses to express yourself. Now, a lot of students may be preparing themselves for the IELTS, and here's a series of IELTS speaking exam questions. Tells the student how to prepare for the IELTS. They're speaking part 1, 2, and 3, some mock tests. Everything is here. So let me just click on one of the lessons just to give you an example. Let's click on this one. You'll see in the healthy mind and healthy body, there are different courses. Let's just take a look at this one here. I'm just going to go through this fairly quickly. That's one of the things that I like about it, is that you can view the lesson before you actually meet with the students. Now, sometimes the student has chosen the lesson and you may not have had a chance to look at it ahead of time. But here are things, vocabulary, idioms, things to think about, and of course the lesson slides. So that is one beauty about Cambly, is that you don't have to look too far for great resources. So I'm going to share a few other ones with you. This is one of my favorite sites. It's Angle, and you can see here that there are a lot of different articles. Now here, what I like is that there are many different categories. So I often ask my student, what do you want to read? What are some of your interests? And they may say, well, I have an interest in economy. All right, go to economy, or you can simply go to the economy section here. There it is. And then the student can choose to read an article. Fascinating. Bitcoin, this was published 6 days ago. Click on that and you'll be able to discuss maybe the picture. You'll be able to look at the vocabulary, get the student, of course, to read the definition, to read the examples, and you can interact with the student and ask them to make sentences using these words. And in this part, there's always a really fun article to read as well. I usually stop after every few paragraphs or so, make sure the student understands, and then we'll engage in a conversation about what was written in these sections. And if you want, there's also additional discussion questions. You can see here, there are several questions that you can ask the student on this particular topic. So really, really interesting. Now, one more Angle site that I want to show you is this one here. I love this because you're able to then choose the level that the student reads from in beginner, intermediate, advanced. And you can see here, this is still Angle, by the way, but it's the lesson materials. Recently, I went through the business part with one of my students. So we clicked on the business part. And we went through, let's see, it was the answering a call. Now, she's a professional, she's into financing, and she also has to answer phone calls and has to leave messages. So we went through this lesson and we looked at the useful expressions, many useful expressions. We looked at the dialogue. And of course, we played the dialogue, we role played the dialogue, And we also went through some of these questions as well. And then we talked about the situation. So many, many different interesting lessons. So that was the business one. Let me just go back and take a look at travel and culture. Here we go. There are some interesting phrases. So you could, how many students are wanting to travel? How many adults want to travel? Well, there's an example here when you're on an airplane. So click on there. There's vocabulary, the aisle seat, window seat, words that are so useful for somebody when they want to fly, useful expressions, and so on. So many different lessons that are available either through Cambly or through Angle. And I have one more that I want to show you. And this one is from the National Geographic Learning. I absolutely love this site too. You can see here on the left, beginner, elementary, or pre-intermediate, or intermediate, or upper advanced level. And you can also download some attachments. So I'm just going to go to the pre-intermediate, and you can see here lots of wonderful readings. The story of the Aral Sea, Detroit, then and now. Let's take a look at this one. So there's some reading to do. Of course, I would do the same thing. I would stop after every few sentences or paragraphs here. And there are some words and keywords. And there's a part that you could listen to.
Detroit, then and now. The city of Detroit in the USA was once compared to Paris.
So great opportunity for the student to practice listening, and of course, reading comprehension questions in this particular lesson, and extra activities. Now the student can download these, right? These are extra activities for that particular lesson. Everything is there for the student. So what an opportunity you have by choosing different articles from those few sites that I showed you. This is teacher Linda G. My students call me Linda. If you want more information, or if you're interested, if you want to become a teacher on Cambly, click the link below. There's my referral. And of course, you'll have 20 minutes once you start tutoring on Cambly. I'd love to meet with you too. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.